Stadium in Fort Worth. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the SMU Mustangs and the TCU Horned Frogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the side.
In Fort Worth, might be small, but it is mighty. Seating 46,000 fans, the purple smoke, the engine horn blaring, the Frogs get it going on game day in Fort Worth. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. So the TCU Horned Frogs headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs offense going to get the chance to start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass, it's Washington. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So TCU's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes LaNorris Sellers, one of the top quarterbacks in this class, taking over this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The option, he'll keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the catch. There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that, might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Horned Frogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Trying to run, it's Henderson. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They go play action with Sellers. It's complete to the left. And that had all the makings of Bug Meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Slips a tackle. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down. .16 would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll run play action. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Henderson. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pressure coming. Breaks the tackle. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
There's a creep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Running inside, it's Green. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Unleashes one. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Fakes a quick pass on the left. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Got him in the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
We always talk. Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that score... took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Holly, what update do you have for him?
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're together against this very hostile crowd. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Got it behind the line. It's Anderson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. It's complete on the right side. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do. Third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Send the tight end in motion. Sellers. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good, talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Horned Frogs looking to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the away team sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Caught behind the line. It's Green. And the goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
The defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
Under fire. Lets it fly. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Sellers to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Shelton. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Throwing, Sellers. Stepping to the right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Marsh. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Buying some time. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Bowling Green in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
The Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
I checked in with the Horned Frogs head coach at halftime. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. The run inside. It's Henderson. Could be an alley. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run this play from the pistol. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Dropping back, it's Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Complete to the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 20.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the inside.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stopped him for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
To the air, it's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Bring in the heat. Slings it downfield. He's got the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on third down. You set up fourth. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on fourth down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And that one did not work. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Oh, they're after him. Right on the money. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal. You've got it right on the doorstep. The decision to go for it does not pan out. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Give him 96 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. It's a really nice run.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Myers to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Kind of like that. Reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They'll try the counter. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense is.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And a few anxious moments, but the Hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shelton. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Quarterback may change this route. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Sellers to the air again. Quickly to the tight end. That's a 20. He's got space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Throwing Sellers. Here's a heat. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And the Mustangs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. 1st down for this offense. Running inside. It's Green. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This defense has played with a chip on its shoulder. Like they knew this guy was a great running back, and they took pride shutting him down today. So many guys near the line of scrimmage, so aggressive. Priority number 1 was stopping that great running back, and not only have they done that, he has negative yards rushing on the day.
Makes a man miss. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack. welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Horned Frogs head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Nittany Lions headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Horned Frogs offense will get the football first. These guys have a pass-catch combination as good as any in the country. David, they always seem to be in sync.
Yeah, if that guy out wide is covered, he's open. And if you got a great quarterback like this, too, it just all works hand in hand. He's looking for him. He's going to force feed him. He's got that.
Turning it on. Old spin move. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Sellers. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon...
Here's a little room there. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Sellers. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here's Sellers to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads quickly. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment.
And guys, we just know, and we kind of laugh about it. When we talk about this team, you know you're going to get a tight end. Like, you just know you're going to get a big, strong, athletic guy in matchups. It was no different watching tape this week. In this offense, they found a great one. Not surprisingly, Palmer, because it seems like they do it every single year.
And on offense, they're smart, right? I mean, it goes through the tight end. In the passing attack, that's oftentimes where the quarterback's going to be looking first, and we see that all the time. And so it's no surprise they've been able to reload this position and stock it up. You're going to see multiple tight ends in formations today, and they are going to attack this defense vertically down the field, throwing to what has always been their best position.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got a little grass, and they get him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Sellers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to take off. Inside the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Myers on the move. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaken up and down on the field. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Wallace. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Fires to the middle.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He'll try it again. He's in open space downfield. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Takes the easy completion. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, here on the Penn State sideline, coming off that turnover, they know their defense has had their back, but the offense has to make them pay. This is an opportunity for them to get back in this game. It's been close so far, but the offense has to get on the board. Coming off that turnover, I feel the momentum shifting down here on this sideline. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Find some fresh air. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and called it.
He's stopped after picking up one to the 23. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. So now it's second and long. Throwing, Sellers. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. From the gun on third down, Sellers. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Sellers rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 30. Trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Sellers through the noise. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The offense changing the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Going for it all. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Nittany Lions.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He's moving out of the pocket. They're working that left side. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing, Sellers. On target over the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Louisville taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Looking for blockers. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Penn State head coach coming out of the locker room. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Nice move there. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Running inside, it's Wallace. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Sellers. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Finds his tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And sometimes these QBs may...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. The defense with sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him, fighting off the defender. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Sellers. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. As we head to the fourth, these two standout wide receivers have been very productive, both scoring touchdowns as we head into the final period. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
How about this defense? They needed to come up with a big stop, and they did. Great job trailing late in this football game, probably forcing the punt here, and a chance to set up your offense with great field position, and they need a score.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Things had not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. This quarterback part of their running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The run inside. It's Wallace. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly on the move. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lion still shaking up and down on the field. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Running inside. It's Payne. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
A 15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab on the left. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Pulls it in. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing toward the end zone. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers tight.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. couldn't ask for anything more. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.